Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Cómo estáis? Espero que todos vosotros estéis bien. Lo siento mucho porque nuestra alumna aún no está con nosotros. Por eso estoy triste en este momento. I'm so lonely, guys, because our favorite student, Kay, cannot make it today because she's still busy with her work. Anyway, I'm sure that you'll get amazed with our new students. Kay, take note, I said new students. Kay, they are very much willing to learn Spanish. So guys, join me till the end of this basic Spanish tutorial. Hello guys, welcome back to our humble abode BLDG Productions. Okay, for today we are going to discuss another type of pronouns, the relative pronouns. Okay, please join us till the end to be able to use correctly relative pronouns. Ahora os presento nuestras nuevas alumnas. Okay, now I'm going to present to you guys our new students. Alright class, okay, I'm going to present to you our first student. Okay, her name is Lulu. Hola, mi nueva alumna, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, profe, buenas tardes. Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Estoy bien también, gracias. Okay, ¿nos puedes dar tu nombre completo?
Hola a todos, me llamo Lolo de Castro. Algunos me llaman Lulín o Dulín. Yo vivo en Madrid. Llegué aquí en España en año 2020. Estoy interesada en aprender el idioma castellano para poder hablarlo y luego encontrar trabajo.
Muy bien, pero ya hablas muy bien castellano, ¿a que sí?
Un pelín, profe.
Vale, pero es muy importante también, okay, aprender los básicos, ¿vale? Del idioma castellano. ¿Estás lista?
Sí, profe.
Ahora os presento la segunda alumna. Now I'm going to present to you our second student. Her name is Lurining. Hola, mi segunda alumna, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, profe. Buenas tardes. Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Estoy bien, también, gracias. ¿Nos puedes dar tu nombre completo?
Hola a todos. Me llamo Lulín Bulilín. Algunos me llaman Lilín. Estoy interesada en aprender el idioma castellano para poder hablarlo y luego encontrar trabajo.
Muy bien. Ahora os presento la tercera alumna. Now I'm going to present to you our third student. Okay, her name is Lucín. Hola, mi tercera alumna, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, profe. Buenas tardes. Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted?
Estoy bien también, gracias. Kay, ¿nos puedes dar tu nombre completo?
Hola a todos. Me llamo Lucín Bulilisín. Algunos me llaman Lilín o Isín. Y yo vivo en Madrid. Estoy interesada en aprender el idioma castellano para poder hablarlo y luego a encontrar trabajo.
Muy bien, entonces vamos a empezar.
Sí, profe.
Alright, so what is a relative pronoun? Okay, like we previously discussed, okay, pronoun replaces a noun or object, okay, being talked about in a sentence. In Spanish, Lulu?
Los pronombres relativos.
Alright, so relative pronoun, okay, introduces information that makes it clear with a person or thing, okay, which is being talked about or referred to. Do you know some relative pronouns in English, Lulu?
Sí, profe. These are who, which, that, and the more formal whom.
In Spanish, how do we say them?
Los pronombres relativos en español son que, quien y tiene su forma plural quienes.
Okay, so when it's singular, we're going to use que y quien. Okay, in the plural form, quienes. Muy bien. Okay, let's have some examples in English. Okay, the woman who just arrived is Ayon Garcia. The relative pronoun used is who, and it relates to or it refers to Ayon Garcia.
La mujer que ha llegado es Ayon Garcia.
El pronombre que se relaciona a Ayon Garcia. The battle that you broke was quite valuable. The relative pronoun used is that, and it refers or relates to the battle.
La botella que rompiste era costosa.
La botella que rompiste era costosa. Que se relaciona a la botella. Relative pronouns may also introduce further details or information about someone or something. For example, Pinay Czech, who loves singing, wants to study music.
Pinay Czech, que le gusta cantar, quiere estudiar música.
Muy bien. Tana Gonzalez's house, which was built in 1980, need to be renovated.
La casa de Tana González, que construyó del año 1980, la necesita reformas.
Let's find out more how we can use relative pronouns in different ways. Okay, so the first one, relative pronouns referring to people. In English, we use the relative pronouns who, whom, and that to talk about individuals or people. In Spanish, Lulu, what word is used to mean who, whom, and that?
Que.
Alright, so the word in Spanish is que, which means who, whom, and that in English. Okay, in writing the relative pronoun, it's not accentuated. Okay, no lleva tilde, because if you put stress, okay, like que, when you are going to ask question, then it would be a different thing already. So it's already on interrogative pronoun. So the relative pronoun que, I repeat, isn't accentuated. Let's take some examples. The woman who came yesterday.
La mujer que vino ayer.
Okay, so que. My sister, who is 30 years old, is an English teacher.
Mi hermana, que tiene 30 años, es profesora de inglés.
The girl that I saw in the street.
La mujer que vi en la calle.
In English, we often miss out the relative pronouns who, whom, and that. Okay, for example, we can say both the clients that I attend most or the clients I attend most. Okay, in Spanish, you can never miss out que in this case. Okay, when the relative pronoun is used with a preposition use,
El que, la que, los que, las que.
That means who, that, whom, or
Quien or quienes.
Examples: the men that he was calling to,
Los hombres con los que estaba hablando.
or
Los hombres con quienes estaba hablando.
so we use los que o quienes in the plural form because we are relating to the men, which is plural. So the lady that I told you about is coming next month.
La chica de la que te hable llegará el mes que viene.
Or
La chica de quien te hablé llegará el mes que viene.
take note of this, guys. Okay, when de is used with el que, they combine to become del que. When a is used with el que, they combine to make al que. Examples: the man that I told you about is a teacher.
El chico del que te hablé es maestro.
The girl lives with a man she loves.
La chica vive con un hombre al que adora.
Okay, take note of this. Okay, in English, we often put prepositions at the end of the sentence. Okay, for example, the boy he was talking to. In Spanish, you can never put a preposition at the end of a sentence. Okay, the boy he was talking to.
El chico con el que estaba hablando.
O.
El chico con quien estaba hablando.
Alright, guys, so take note of this. So you can use el que estaba hablando o con quien estaba hablando. Okay, so I repeat, el chico con el que estaba hablando o el chico con quien estaba hablando. Okay, so we can use K2. Okay, el que or con quien. Alright? Okay, let's proceed with number 2. Okay, relative pronouns referring to things. Okay, so we are going to use the relative pronouns which and that to talk about things. Okay, in Spanish, we use que. Example, the book that or which won the prize.
El libro que ganó el premio.
The motorcycle that I bought or the motorcycle which I bought.
La moto que compré.
Alright. In English, we often miss out the relative pronouns which and that. Okay, for example, we may say the jewelry which we want to buy or the jewelry we want to buy. Okay, in Spanish, we can never miss out, okay, que in this way. Okay, so when the relative pronoun is used with a preposition, use el que, la que, los que, las que, which must agree, okay, with the noun it replaces. Okay, when the subject being replaced is masculine, use el que for singular and los que for plural. Okay, and when it is feminine, we are going to use la que in singular and las que in plural. Okay, example, the beach, okay, that she always goes to, or the beach which she always goes to.
La playa a la que siempre va.
Okay, the topics he talks about.
Los temas de los que habla.
Okay, the topics he talks about. Los temas de los que habla. Okay, so we are going to use los que because our subject, okay, or what we are talking about is plural in form, which is los temas. Okay, los temas de los que habla. And we are going to use los. Why? Because que tema is masculine in gender. Okay, so we are going to use los que. Okay. Okay, remember that when de, which means from, is used with el que, they join together, okay, and become del que. So instead of saying de el que, so we are going to say del que. Okay, so they are joined together. Okay, when a is used with el que, we do not say a el que. Examples. Okay, the course which I told you about, or the course that I told you about.
El curso del que te hablé.
Okay, el curso del que te hablé. Okay, the drugstore which or that you went to.
La farmacia al que fuiste.
Okay, al que, and we do not say a el que. Okay, so la farmacia al que fuiste. Okay, there is also this neutral or the neuter form. Okay, the neuter form lo que or lo cual is used when referring to the whole of the previous part of the sentence. Okay, example, all was silent, which I thought was strange.
Todo estaba en silencio, lo que me pareció raro.
Or,
todo estaba en silencio, lo cual me pareció raro.
okay, so we can use two things there, okay, two different relative pronouns. For example, lo que me pareció raro or lo cual me pareció raro. Okay, so if we are going to use this lo cual, it's more formal, okay? So it's more formal relative pronoun. Alright, so additional information. In English, we can use whose to show possession. For example, the Ryans whose family is in the United States will celebrate grand reunion. In Spanish, we use
cuyo, cuya, cuyos, cuyas.
Okay, so when it is masculine in gender, so we are going to use cuyo or cuyos, okay, singular and plural. And when it is feminine, we are going to use cuya or cuyas, okay? Alright, so cuyo is actually an adjective and must agree with the noun it describes, not with the person who owns the thing, okay? The man whose name was Hator Lucas was retired.
El hombre cuyo nombre era Hathor Locas estaba jubilado.
The woman whose house I stayed in was so peaceful.
La señora en cuya casa me alojé estaba muy tranquila.
La señora en cuya casa me alojé estaba muy tranquila. In Spanish, we may come across with the forms el cual, la cual, los cuales, las cuales, which are a more formal alternative to
El que, la que, los que, las que.
Alright, so el cual, la cual, los cuales, and las cuales are more formal than el que, la que, los que, and las que. Okay, so take note of that, guys. Okay, after a preposition, so take note. The Spanish word el cual is more formal than el que. Examples. The vloggers that or who Mark Chris was talking to.
Los blogueros con los cuales Mark Chris estaba hablando.
Okay, the terrace from which they were watching us.
La terraza desde la cual nos observan.
Alright, so el cual, la cual, los cuales, and las cuales are very useful to give full details who or what you are talking about in other cases where the pronoun, okay, does not immediately follow the person or thing it refers to. Let's take an example, okay? So, Helen, Herrera's mother, who has a lot of savings, is a Red Cross donor.
La madre de Helen Herrero, la cual tiene muchos ahorros, es donante de la Cruz Roja.
Okay, so let's repeat this one, okay? La madre de Helen Herrero, la cual tiene muchos ahorros, es donante de la Cruz Roja. Okay, so la madre, so we are going to use la cual, okay, because we are referring to the mother of Helen Herrero. Alright, so let's have the third one, okay? Other uses of el que, la que, los que, and las que. Okay, so you can use the relative pronouns to mean the one who, or the one which, or the ones who, or the ones which. Okay, that is in plural form, or those who in English. Okay, for example, that video is the one I want to watch.
Ese video es el que quiero ver.
Okay, so ese video es el que quiero ver. So we are going to use el que because we are relating to video which is masculine in gender. Okay, so why do we use el que and not la que?
Porque ese video es masculino y singular. Por eso se utiliza el que.
Alright, example, another examples. Okay, those films are the ones I want to see.
Esas películas son las que quiero ver.
Okay, why do we use las que and not los que?
Porque esas películas es femenino y plural. Por eso se utiliza las que.
Alright, muy bien. Okay, las que because we are relating to esas películas, okay, which is feminine in gender and it is plural in form. That's why we're going to use las que to mean las películas o esas películas. Okay, those who want to go out now, raise your hands.
Los que quieren salir ya, levantan las manos.
Okay, so ¿quién quiere salir ya?
Yo, profe.
Okay, so hay que levantar las manos. Okay, okay. Los que, because we are referring to many of you. Okay, so it's just like the neuter form for el que, okay? But it is plural in form, so we are going to use los que because we are addressing to vosotros or to many of you, okay? Alright, so let's have some key points, okay? So these are the things that we have to remember when we are using these relative pronouns, okay? The word que or the pronoun que, okay, can refer to both people and things in Spanish.
Que se refiere a ambas personas y cosas.
Okay, so it means that it can refer both persons and things, okay, with this relative pronoun que, okay? So after a preposition, okay, you use el que, la que, los que or las que, or quien or quienes if we refer to people, and we use el que, la que, los que, las que if we are referring to things. Okay?
Entonces, el que and quien must agree with the nouns they replace.
Okay, another key point. So, a plus el que equals
Al que,
de plus el que.
del que.
Alright, okay, so these are some important points that we are going to remember when we are using these relative pronouns. Okay, so we have here the table on the different examples, okay, of relative pronouns in singular, plural, and masculine and feminine. Okay, so this is our guide. That's all for today. Thank you so much. Adios. Hasta luego. Ciao. Please do support our Team PLDG members and super chatters.